जय
महाराज की
जय
प्रभुपाद की
जय।
Hare Krishna.
Welcome. First time here?
No, I used to come there in Woodbridge.
Oh, that's right. Krishna Mataji, how are you? You come? Jai, jai. No, no. That's very dirty.
Oh yeah, we didn't want to come. Good thing I got the message from somebody else. I got but I'm not going to leave somewhere.
प्रसन्न आ गया तो अब हम चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
ये No, can we?
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha गोपीजना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन यमुना तीरा वनचारि यमुना तीरा वनचारि वनचारि जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Nita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nita Gaura Hari Bol Nita Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nita Gaura Hari Bol Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu दया करो मोरे तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे पतित पावना हेतु तब अवतार पतित पावना हेतु तब अवतार मुसम पतित प्रभु न पाइबे मुसमापते द प्रभु न पाइबे नः प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपावलोकन करामि बड़ो दुखी कृपावलोकन करामि बड़ो दुखी दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसा दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसा तब कृपा बले पाए चैतन्यानिता तब कृपा बले पाए चैतन्यानिता स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुना स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुना भट्ट जुग श्री जीवा प्रभु लोकना भट्ट जुग श्री जीवा प्रभु लोकना दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास रामचंद्र संगमागे नरोत्तमदास रामचंद्र संगमागे नरोत्तमदास श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसार हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Oh Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining us this evening. We are very, very fortunate and excited to have a very, very special guest with us today, this evening, His Grace Gauranga Prabhu. How many of you have had Gauranga Prabhu's association before? How many of you have not had? Oh, that's a lot. Okay. So I'll just give a very brief introduction to Prabhuji.
Right.
Although we can go on with this introduction for a very, very long time. Hare Krishna, is that better? His Grace Gauranga Prabhu is a senior spiritual leader, monk, author, and renowned inspirational speaker. An IIT Bombay graduate, he serves as a governing body commissioner of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness with leadership responsibilities in devotee care, leadership development, and organizational growth worldwide. He's the director of iskcon Govardhan Eco Village. Has anyone been here to Govardhan Eco Village? Very few of you. If any of you go to India, I highly encourage you to please go to Govardhan Eco Village. It's not like that place is on this earth. It's totally a different experience. So you have to go there to be able to relish it. A United Nations World Tourism Organization recognized eco-village community. So it's been recognized by the United Nations, accredited by multiple UN bodies. He also serves in leadership at iskcon Chowpatty. Known for presenting the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita in a practical and contemporary way, Gauranga Prabhu has inspired thousands across the world through his teachings in spirituality, leadership, sustainability, and personal transformation. So can we please welcome His Grace Gauranga Prabhu by loudly chanting Hari Bol 3 times? Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So for us, Gauranga Prabhu is the closest representative of our Gurudev, His Grace Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So it's a real honor and pleasure to have him here. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for bestowing this mercy on us. What happened?
It's not holding.
What? It was just set up right now.
माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना वनचारी यमुना वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव, जय नरसिंह देव। जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय। जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम, जय कृष्ण बलराम। जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, जय जय प्रभुपाद। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। गुरु हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, मुक्ता गुरु हरि बोल। गौर प्रणानंद। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस आचार्य अष्टोदरक्षी श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की, इस्कॉन विविध संस्थापक आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोदरक्षी श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नामाचार्य श्रील हरदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, गंगा माई जमुना माई की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की, कलयुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarini. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Tai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna Shyam Bihari Prabhu and all the devotees here at Sri Sri Lakshmi Narsingha Mandir, iskcon, North Atlanta. It's my great honor and privilege to be here in the midst of all of you. I will speak from the 7th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, where the pastime of Lord Narsingadev is described in great detail. Sa itham nirjita kakub ekarad vishayan priyan yatopajosham bhunjano natripyat ajitendriya. Hiranyakashipu is described as a person with insatiable desires. Nirjita kakub ekarad. In the entire creation, he developed control. Vishayan priyan means he got access to all the sense objects to enjoy. Yathopajosham, as much as he wanted. Bhunjano, he could enjoy any object, any time, the way he pleased. Na atripyat, but he was not satisfied. Ajitendriya, because his senses were not under control. So this is the first principle which the 7th canto is revealing, that those who are looking for satisfaction in life need to control their senses. Uncontrolled senses leads to unfulfilled feelings within the heart, and dissatisfaction is a direct result of that. The Srimad Bhagavatam is using Hiranyakashipu as an example to demonstrate how chasing sense pleasure is not going to give us deepest satisfaction in life. In the 6th canto, Ajamil pastime, it is described that Ajamil was a very great learned scholar, but still in spite of that he was influenced by lust and succumbed. Stambhayan atmanatmanam yavat sattvam yathashrutam na shashaka samadhatum Mano madanavepitum. His mind was agitated by lusty desires, just like in a storm. And therefore Ajamil ultimately led a life which was completely contrary to what he had been trained up growing up. And so finally, he is about to be caught by the Yamadutas, but he cries out the name of his son, and he is saved because of that. Kva chaham kitava papa brahmagna nirapatrapa kvacha narayanatyeti bhagavan nama mangalam. Ajamil says, where is the comparison between me, who is so fallen, engaged in sense gratification, and the Supreme Lord Narayan, who is so pure? But without any consideration, the Lord agreed to deliver me, even though I was unqualified to receive His grace. Kvacha narayanatyeti bhagavan nama mangalam. And therefore, Ajamil, from a state of total loss of control over his senses, gradually regained his intelligence, regained his sensibilities, and got one more opportunity to serve Krishna and chant the holy names. And therefore, this principle of sense control is absolutely essential. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Uddhavji says, Tapatrayena bhihitasya ghore santapyamanasya bhavad vanisha pashyami nanyat sharanam tavangri dvandvat patrat amritabhivarshat. The threefold miseries of material nature are constantly attacking me and troubling me and tormenting me. I do not see any other shelter apart from your lotus feet, my dear Lord. Pashyamina anyat sharanam tavangri, because the real satisfaction of the senses can only come when the senses engage in the service. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. And therefore, please give me shelter of your lotus feet, so that the incessant rainfall of miseries falling from all directions can be removed simply by the umbrella of your lotus feet. We cannot stop the rains, but we can always protect ourselves from the rains by using the umbrella. So therefore he is referring to Krishna's lotus feet as the umbrella which will protect me. In the initial years of iskcon, the devotees, I think it was 1969 or 70, they were celebrating Narsingha Chaturdashi in a temple somewhere in the west coast. And as you know, it is fasting till evening. Everybody is hungry. And so the arati begins, and the devotees are praying to Lord Narsingadev, photo in the altar. And they have just offered the bhoga, and all of that prasad is still lying on the altar. So the devotee's vision goes on a fantastic looking carob cake, and they feel very inspired to see that. And they are looking forward to break the fast. So after the arati is over, everybody is sitting in a line and they start serving out. And one of the first things they serve out is the carob cake. And then other items, of course. So the person sitting in line first grabs onto that carob cake and puts it in his mouth. The cook made one mistake, forgot to add sugar in the cake. One mistake. But it makes all the difference. So this devotee is tasting the cake. He is in a state of shock because he has been contemplating for quite some time on how delicious the cake will be. Of course, prasad is prasad, but still, you don't expect the cake not to have sugar, not to be sweet. So he was looking at the cake with great shock and disappointment, not able to believe that this cake which appeared to give so much pleasure, instead of giving pleasure, how can it give pain? So he kept looking at the cake for some time. Then he thought, maybe I bit on the cake from the wrong side. Any side you change. Is the taste going to change? Because the ingredient which gives pleasure is not there. Why don't you come, Prabhu? Shyam Bihari Prabhu, have a seat. Please. So, he keeps the cake on the plate, continues eating other items. There's rice, dal, other things he's eating. Keeps looking at the cake. As they say, Asha Amar hai. Hope is eternal. So he thinks maybe the timing was wrong. But no matter whatever time you taste, whichever side you taste, will the taste change? No. So that is how sense objects fool us. They appear to give pleasure. But when you go to taste them, it actually gives pain. जगाए मधाई होते कोटि कोटि गुण अधम पतित प्रभु आमी दुई जन. Rupa and Sanatan fall at the feet of Lord Chaitanya and say that we are more fallen than Jagai and Madhai. Mlecha jati mlecha sevi kori mlecha karma go brahmana drohe sange Amara Sangam. A person either gets elevated or fallen because of three things. One's birth, one's association, or one's occupation. And they say, from all the three angles we are fallen. And therefore, who is responsible for our fallen condition? Because of the association and the occupation we have with Nawab Hussain Shah, we are drowning in a whirlpool of sense gratification. Mora karma mora hathe galaye bandhiya ko vishaya vishta garthe diya che felaiya. And they say, my dear Lord, we have made wrong choices because of which we are suffering. We cannot blame anybody. We have to blame our own selves. All of us have only one asset. Swatantrata Ratna, the jewel of independent free will. If you make the wrong choices, you cannot blame anybody. We have to take responsibility for our choices. And our great Acharyas, Rupa and Sanatan, are showing by their example. Mora karma, mora hate galai bandhiya. We are only tying ropes and noose around our own neck and throwing ourselves into the quicksand of sense gratification. Ku vishaya vishta garthe riyache philaiya. And so we are drowning in that. We cannot blame anybody. We have to take that responsibility. And therefore, Srila Prabhupada, when he established the Krishna consciousness movement, he made a very important statement. And he said, Krishna consciousness may look simple, but it is not easy. Krishna consciousness is simple, but not easy. Why is not easy? Because to keep chanting every day, repeatedly, for the rest of the life, and follow the principles is not easy. Why? Mind is very chanchal, fickle, and not easy to control. And therefore Srila Prabhupada was on a morning walk. This was in Venice Beach, California. Srila Prabhupada looks at the beautiful ocean in California, the Pacific Ocean. And one of the disciples says to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, the ocean looks so beautiful. Prabhupada says, yes, from a distance. When you go close, it can drown you. Then Prabhupada turned around and said, Maya is also like that. Looks beautiful from a distance. You go near, it will drown you. So all of us were on a yatra in Jagannath Puri. And you know, the ocean in Jagannath Puri is very, very rough many times. So His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj was swimming inside and not coming out for a long time. So the servant went in and asked Maharaj, why you are not coming out? And Maharaj said, the ocean is so rough, my gamcha is gone away. How can I come out? You know, so the servant went and gave one more gamcha, and Maharaj came out and he said, I went in as a Gaudiya sannyasi, I would have come out as Naga Baba. And then he said, I experienced the roughness of the ocean. The currents are so heavy. It is dangerous for anyone to go swimming today. So announce today that the ocean bath is cancelled. Because he had gone in a little earlier and others were just about to come in. So he said, cancel the ocean bath. And devotees had come in large numbers to take bath in the ocean. It was a very attractive feature. Everyone was looking forward and they were all ready to jump in, and the yatra management, we had to announce, sorry, today bath in the ocean is cancelled. Everybody was disappointed. Oh no, what is this? No, why? So very heavy ocean currents, dangerous, do not go in. So devotees were disappointed, but they said, okay, announcement is there, we'll follow, and then they went. One devotee did exactly opposite. Started running towards the ocean. I caught hold of him and said, where are you going? He said, to take a bath in the ocean. I said, you didn't hear announcement? He said, yeah, that announcement was for neophytes. Not for experts like me. I've grown up next to the ocean. So I've seen a lot of rough weather, okay? You guys relax. You just look at me how I swim. You'll get a few lessons on how to deal with these kind of rough seas. I am an ustad, okay? Expert. So you keep your announcement to yourself. He went inside, acting against the warning, knowing fully well that the ocean is rough, but he had great confidence in his ustadi, expertise. And he went in, and as he was swimming, for some 10-15 minutes, he showed a lot of acrobatics inside, trying to impress everybody who was standing outside. At a certain point, the ocean started pulling him deeper and deeper, and he could realize he cannot win against the current. He realized he is helpless. Immediately he raised both his hands, and the devotees thought he is doing Hari Bol. And we looked inside and said, somebody should go in, otherwise he will become Hari Bol. So we sent the lifeguard. Lifeguard caught hold of him and brought him out. Took out the water from his stomach. I was standing right next to him. I said, give some bakshish to the lifeguard. He took out 150 rupees and gave. I said, at least give 500. He has saved your life. He said, no, I have read in Radheshyam Prabhu's book, Discover Yourself, body cost is 150 rupees only. Then I said, so many warnings you heard. Don't go, don't go. Ocean is rough. Why did you not follow? He said, I never imagined that I can be defeated in the area of my expertise. So every year there are people who drown. And majority of those who drown are expert swimmers. Those who don't know swimming hardly ever drown because they never enter water. You need minimum qualification also, no? So the material energy is designed in a way that first one starts thinking, I am great. And then gradually she starts trapping us. That is how Maya works. So here Rupa and Sanatana are telling Lord Chaitanya, Vaman yai che chand dhorite chahe kare, taiche ei vancha more, uthaye antare. We are like insignificant dwarf, you are like the moon, you can touch us by your divine grace. Please help us, please protect us. Please save us from drowning into this ocean of material existence. And therefore, Narottam Das Thakur says, Gaura Pahula Bhajya Mahinu Prema Ratana Dhana Helaya Harainu. My dear Lord, I received the great Ratna, the jewel of Prema, but not knowing its importance, I neglected it and threw it away. Adhana yatana dhana dhana talaginu apana karama doshe apani nubinu. I got this jewel, but then I misused my free will, and therefore I am only responsible for my current miserable condition. So we have two choices. Do we make choices to come closer to the devotees, or do we make choices to go away from the devotees. Satsanga chhadi kaino asate bilas te karane lagilu ye karma bandha phas. And as soon as we give up the satsang of the devotees, satsanga chhadi, and giving up satsang does not mean moving physically away from devotees, but giving up satsang means losing faith in the association of devotees while still living in that association. When we are externally and socially devotees, but internally, emotionally and devotionally, we lose faith in devotees. That is called loss of satsanga. Satsanga chhadi kainu. As soon as we give up that satsanga, asate vilas. बच्चे लोगों को बाहर ले जाओ. Asate vilas. Immediately we start engaging in sense gratification. The potency, the power to chant Hare Krishna and follow the principles is coming as a result of Kripa, Vaishnav Kripa. Without that Kripa, we cannot follow. So we should not fool ourselves to think that I am chanting, I am practicing the process, I am engaged in seva. This is a power which is gifted by the Sangha. Prabhu kahe aiche baat kabhu na kahibo, grihe rahi Krishna naam nirantar loibo. Lord Chaitanya says to the Kurma Brahman, stay at home, chant the holy names. Jaure dekhe tare kahu, Krishna upadesh, amaragya guru haiya, tara eidesh. You spread the holy names and share it with others, and once you do that, kabuna badhi botoma vishaya taranga, punarapi eithani, pabe more sangha. In due course of time, you will come back to me, and because of engaging in this process and sharing with others, Krishna will always protect you from Maya. And therefore we should know that as long as we are dependent on the devotees and the devotees' mercy and grace is there, then only Maya will not touch us. The moment that kavach of the devotee Raksha is taken away, it is like Krishna stepping down from Arjuna's chariot and the whole chariot burns. So therefore, we have to be always dependent on the devotee's mercy. And that is real satsanga. To continue to have shraddha, faith in that satsanga. We were in Jagannath Rath Yatra, in Jagannath Puri. I was pulling Balramji's Rath. And those of you who have been to Jagannath Rath Yatra in Puri, you know how difficult it is to pull that Rath on the day of Rath Yatra with so many, almost 2.5-3 million people in that one road trying to pull that Rath. So I was pulling, and hardly for a few moments we could pull, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then finally it would stop. Again we would try, again it will stop. So I was thinking maybe sometime we should be able to pull for longer time. So towards sunset, as we were about to reach Gundicha, suddenly we were pulling, And pulling, and it was 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, I was in ecstasy. At last we are able to pull. Finally realized that they had taken out the rope from the rath only. And we were only running with the rope. So we had the satisfaction of running with the rope, which was disconnected from the rath. So you may think, I am having tilak, I am having kantimala, I am chanting Hare Krishna, I have spiritual name, I have this, that. You have the rope. But are you still connected? So therefore, when the Vaishnava Kripa goes away, you are physically in satsang, but Krishna has cut your connection from within. Mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha. So therefore, Thakur Narottam Das says, Satsanga chhadi kainu asatya bilas te karane lagilo ye karma bandha phas. Jiva Goswami Pad says, you commit 100 offenses, you cannot focus on the holy name. You commit 1,000 offenses, you cannot follow the principles. You commit 10,000 offenses, and the ability to chant the Hare Krishna from your lips and tongue is taken away. And therefore, we should never think, I am practicing this process. It is the grace of the devotees that the power to even chant the holy names is been given. And we should never forget that grace. Yah sarvalaukaika manoniruchya saubhagya bhu kochita krishtapachya yatrayamaro panatulya kalam sa prema shakhe phalvan atulya. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, the great Acharya amongst the 6 Goswamis, his main power was not his power to perform austerity. His main power was his ability to please the devotees in Puri, in the satsang. Yah sarva laukaika manobhiruchya. He pleased all Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates so deeply. Saubhagya bhu, that all of them blessed him profusely. The power of those blessings transformed his heart into a fertile ground. Saubhagya bhu, kachit akrishtapachya. The ground was so fertile that it did not need any tilling. When the Bhakti Lata Bij fall upon it. Yatrayamaro panatulya kala. At that very moment, that seed sprouts and gives the fruit of prema. Sa prema shakhi phalavan atulya. That is the power of the blessings of the devotees in Puri on Raghunath Das Goswami. The Prayojanacharya who has demonstrated that prema manifests by the blessings of the devotees. Maya dasi prema mage ithe ki vismay sadhu kripang nam bina prema na janmay. Thakur Haridas chanted the holy names with so much of absorption, so much of devotion, that Maya Devi became Dasi and started begging for prema. And so the two factors are described. Sadhu kripang nam bina premana janmai. Without mercy of the devotees, blessings of the devotees, and without chanting of the holy names and the blessings of the nama, prem cannot manifest. And so Narottam Das Thakur says, Veshaya Vishama Vesha Satata Khayinu Gaur Kirtana Rase Maganana Hoinu. And when one develops taste in sense gratification, in sense objects, Vishaya, that Vishaya is Visham, dangerous, deadly. Satata Khainu, and one develops a desire to engage in sense gratification more and more. The addiction grows. And what is the result? Gaura Kirtana Rase Maganana Hoinu. The absorption in Kirtan goes away. One becomes distracted, disjointed, disillusioned, disappointed. And therefore, one has to realize the power of sense gratification is so deadly that Vishay is more dangerous than Vish. Vish means poison. Vishay means sense objects. Vish and Vishay. Why is Vishay more deadly than Vish? Because Vish separates the body from the soul. But Vishay separates Krishna from the soul for multiple lifetimes, leaving behind those sanskars and impression. Tenova ache pran ki sukha paiya Narottama dasa kenu nagelo Maria. So Thakur Narottam Das says human life is so rare. How we should be carefully utilizing this human form of life every moment, not to cultivate taste in Vishay, but taste in our Ashray, which is Krishna. So therefore, the determining factor is that satsanga, the association of devotees. And hence when we come into that association, it is very important for us to realize the value of this sangha. This sangha is so important, so valuable, so nurturing, so nourishing, that we have to deal with each and every devotee with great respect and great feeling. And once we do that, the devotees also feel respected, they feel pleased, and then they give their blessings. And ultimately, we also experience the transformation from within our heart. That's the whole idea of the sadhu sangha, where we get that sangha, association of devotees, and we get the opportunity to serve the devotees with the bottom of our hearts. So Srila Prabhupada established iskcon for that purpose. The devotees were doing Harinam Sankirtan, and this was in Australia. And the police caught hold of them and put them in jail. The devotees wrote to Prabhupada, "We are now in jail." And the lawyer is asking for a few thousands of dollars for releasing us on bail. Please send us money for bail. Prabhupada said, no bail, stay in jail. Chant Hare Krishna. Do kirtan in the jail, they will release you. So Srila Prabhupada gave the idea, and the devotees were also so surrendered. They started kirtan in the jail. Other prisoners, they saw the 6-7 fellows jumping and dancing. They were wondering what's making them so happy. So they also jumped in. So every day became few hours, 4 or 5 hours of kirtan. The jail guards were watching the show. They were thinking, why should we keep out? They also jumped in. So one day the jailer came on a round. One of the prison guards looked at the jailer and said, Hari Bol. So the jailer was bewildered. And he thought, what has gone wrong with my fellow? And then he made an inquiry, found out every day this is 5-6 hours kirtan is going on. He called those 6-7 devotees, said, I am releasing you. Leave the jail. Go. But the devotees realized by then they were having better program inside the jail than outside. So they said, why should we go? We have not paid the bail amount. We are not qualified to go. The jailer was even more bewildered. He had never met anyone like this. He said, you guys are more dangerous inside the jail than outside. And he released them. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give us the process by which we can overcome our obsession for Hiranya and Kashipu, which is wealth and sense gratification. And that is why through that satsang of devotees, by cultivating three things in that satsang: samman, respect; sneha, affection; and seva, service to the devotees. Shushrushaya paramaya padasamvahanadibi pujito deva devena Vipradevena Devavat. Sudamaji is telling, I was served by Krishna with respect, samman, with affection, sneha, with great service attitude. So for any relationship to be meaningful and satisfying, we need these three things: samman, respect; sneha, affection; seva, service attitude. And we have to bring these into every aspect of our Vaishnava relations. Then when we serve the devotees with respect, samman, with sneha, affection, and serve, seva, those blessings, kripa, translates into genuine devotion for Krishna, faith in Krishna, dedication to Krishna, detachment from sense gratification. All of this is a manifestation of Vaishnava kripa. And who received that Vaishnava kripa? Prahlad Maharaj. From whom? Narada Muni. When he was in the womb of the mother. So because of Narada Muni's kripa, Prahlad became an advanced Vaishnava. Nodvigna chitto vyasaneshu nispriha shruteshu drishteshu guneshu avastudrik dantendriya prana shariradi sada prashanta kamo rahita sura. Prahlad Maharaj was the son of an asura, but he had no qualities of asura. Na udvigna chitto vyasaneshu. His mind was not agitated for sense gratification. He was not obsessed with any dream and desire for sense gratification either in this life or in future. Dantendriya prana shariradi sada. His senses were fully under control. Prashanta kamo. He was free from lust. Why? Kripa. Whose kripa? Narad Muni's kripa. So it is only by the blessings of devotees that the power to practice Krishna consciousness with sense control manifests. And therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is praying, Evam janam nipatitam prabhavahi kupe Kamabhikamamanaya prapatan prasangat Kritvatmasat surarashina Bhagavan grihita Soham katham visrije tava bhritya sevam. My dear Lord Narsingadev, you have manifested yourself in front of my presence here. For a normal person, this may be the highest accomplishment. To have your beautiful divine darshan. But my dear Lord, I was born in such an asuric family, it was guaranteed that I was going to go to hell because of the association of the asuras. Evam janam nipatitam prabhavahi kupe. I was going to fall into the well, the deep dark well of hellish life. Kama bhikama manuya, pulled by all my lust and other desires. Kritvatmasat surarishina. It was only the instructions of Sripad Narad Muni and the opportunity he gave me to hear from him and serve him that I received your darshan. Kritvatmasat surarishina Bhagavan grihita Soham katham nu visrije Tava bhritya sevam. If I have been the recipient of such unlimited mercy of Narad Muni, my only regret is I have not been able to serve him. I received your darshan, my dear Lord Narsingadev, but I could not serve Narad Muni. So I beg you, please give me one opportunity to serve Shripad Narad Muni. That is Prahlad, Prakrishta Rupena Ahlad, perfectly blissful. Here you have the beautiful darshan of Prahlad Maharaj. How can one be perfectly blissful? When one is perfectly peaceful in serving the devotees with affection and respect. When there is seva with sneha and samman, then one pleases the devotees and one gets their blessings. And only by that kripa we can experience the joy which Prahlad experienced. Shubh Ichha manifests, desire to serve manifests, desire to please manifests, desire to practice manifests, increasing faith in the process manifest by grace, by divine grace. On the other hand, we had Jay and Vijay, standing at the door of Vaikuntha. And who came at the door of Vaikuntha? The 4 Kumaras. And the 4 Kumaras were offended by Jai and Vijay. And the 4 Kumaras became angry with Jai and Vijay. The anger of the Vaishnavas creates deep material desires. And that is why Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha were cursed with unlimited desires to enjoy sense gratification. So Vaishnav Kripa creates Shubh Ichha, and Vaishnav Shrapa creates Ashubh Ichha. So therefore, the beautiful pastime of Narsingadev, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad is a wake-up call for all of us. What do we want? Do you want to be blessed by the devotees, or do you want to be cursed by the devotees? And therefore, we need to make our choices very carefully, because the incessant desire to enjoy, control, and try to exploit others was burning like an inferno within Hiranyakashipu because of being cursed. And so we have to speak, act, think every moment very carefully, whether my thought, my words and my actions will please the devotees and inspire them to bless me, or displease the devotees and provoke them to curse me. And therefore, my devotional life should become like Prahlad and not like Hiranyakashipu. So therefore, this is the 7th canto topic, Shubh Ashubh Ichha, which is called Uti. Atra sarga visargascha sthanam poshanamutaya manavantara ishanavada nirodha muktirashraya dashamasya vishuddhatam navana nihalakshanam varnyanti mahatman shrutena arthena anjasa. Out of the 10 topics, 7th canto topic is Uti. Uti means Shubh Ashubh Ichha. Blessings of the devotees creates Shubh Ichha. Curse of the devotees creates Ashubh Ichha. Therefore, when we come in front of the deities of Sri Lakshmi Narsingadev and Prahlad, we should pray to them to give us the discrimination to always be respectful to devotees, to be affectionate to devotees, and to be service-oriented towards the devotees, and avoid the tendency to offend the devotees. And Sri Lakshmi Narsingadev, Gaur Nitai, Sri Ramchandra Ji have all manifested by His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada's grace and mercy, within the iskcon temple of North Atlanta, to allow all of us a small sample of their unlimited devotional blessings to be experienced. So we are grateful that all of you are part of this wonderful congregation and continue your devotional service by practicing the process of bhakti in this most cherished and rare satsang. If the satsang is there, bhakti is there. Satsang is not there, bhakti will also disappear. So always remain very conscious and cautious in your dealings within the satsang. So again, I want to thank Shyam Bihari Prabhu and the leadership team here in iskcon of North Atlanta. Of course, my best wishes to Vedasar Prabhu also for his continuous guidance and leadership, because of which many other temples are now manifesting here in the Atlanta region. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Anyone has any questions?
Yeah, पूछिए.
I'll give you a mic, just one.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's okay. So let her. It's okay. वहाँ तक नहीं जाएगा ये. छोड़ दीजिए इसको. I think it's okay, Prabhu. Let them speak. बोलिए. What made this as a movement? No, it is the movement of our consciousness. Because when we begin the process, our consciousness is, how can I be the controller? How can I be the enjoyer? Then when you come to the association and then you start chanting, so your journey begins, right? So the journey begins from where to where? Here is what? So from the consciousness of selfishness to go towards selflessness. From enjoyment to seva. From controllership to total acceptance of Krishna's supremacy. So you are making this journey. So therefore Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Vraja means movement. Vrindavan Dham is also called Vraja. So what is moving? Krishna's desire is moving continuously. Right? Krishna is desiring something now, desiring something next moment. Then third moment he is desiring something else. So as Krishna's desire continuously moves, the devotee's desire to please and serve Krishna has to move accordingly, in step with Krishna's desire. Right? Yeah, so Krishna says, do this. So devotee is doing that. Do that. Devotees are doing that. Krishna says, worship Govardhan. So their plans keep changing. Why? Krishna's plans keep changing. So Krishna's plans, desires, thoughts, expectations keep moving. That is Vraja. So when Krishna's plans and thoughts and desires keep changing and moving, are you able to keep pace with that? Because sometimes you make your own plan and you're ready with your plan. And then suddenly some message comes, and your whole plan goes for a toss. And you think, oh, my plan is foiled. But Vraja means Krishna's plan is first. Jai Shri Lakshmi Narsingadev Bhagavan ki. As Krishna's plan change, our plan also changes accordingly. We move with Krishna's plan. So that is the whole idea. Like we had one disciple who was sitting in Vrindavan. Prabhupada told him, 6 months you are sitting in Vrindavan? Why you are not going out to preach? He said, Prabhupada, Vrindavan is so blissful. Prabhupada said, Vrindavan is to give bliss to Krishna, not for yourself. Go out and preach. He said, Prabhupada, where will I go? I have already preached in America, I have preached in Europe, I have preached in all the big places. I can't think of any place where I can go and preach. Prabhupada said, go to Sri Lanka. He thought for some time and then he said, Prabhupada, Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka is a very small country. Prabhupada said, okay, then go to Pakistan. He thought for some time and then he said, Sri Lanka is better. Then he went. And then he debated with Dr. Abraham Kovur, and that has come in the Life Comes From Life book. So therefore, when Krishna has a plan, and then you respond to Krishna's plan. So Krishna is dancing one step, and if you have to dance with Krishna, you cannot be dancing some other step. Right? When two people are dancing together, they have to dance in step with each other. Right? So that dance of the devotee with Krishna has to be in tune. That means whatever Krishna plans, we have to agree with that plan and align with that plan and absorb that plan and accept that plan and dance with the same step. So Krishna is telling Parikshit Maharaj, in the womb you live. And then Krishna is telling Parikshit Maharaj, in youth you die. That is Krishna's plan. Can you dance with that plan? That is Ras Leela. So don't think Ras Leela as something romantic like Dandiya. It's a very lofty subject. The ability to accept Krishna's plan no matter how heavy and harsh, and dance in tune with that. So that movement of Krishna's step is Vraja, movement, and the devotee's willingness to keep pace with Krishna's steps, plans and desires without missing a fraction of a moment. That is the reciprocation. And the quickest responders to Krishna's will are known as the Vrajavasis. That is the understanding of what is Hare Krishna movement. Thank you.
We have one question from an anonymous devotee. Prabhuji, devotees have fault-finding tendency while doing service. How to face it when someone criticizes us, or how to avoid criticizing others?
See, criticism by itself is not good or bad, because we need criticism to improve. It all depends on who is criticizing. Is someone authorized to criticize, or someone is criticizing because they have a lot of time available. So therefore, the important thing is adhikar. If someone has the adhikar to criticize, but that intention behind that, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is cleaning the Gundicha temple, right, at that point, he is giving feedback to the devotees. And while giving feedback, the word used for giving the feedback is, he is giving pure chastisement. Right? Lord is giving pure chastisement because he is having pure intention. The intention is that they improve. So when you give feedback to help people improve, that is also very important. That is, from one sense, fault finding, but the intention behind that is not to pull someone down, but so that Krishna, who is the recipient of that service, enjoys more. So, Pavitra Bhartsan is the word. Pavitra Bhartsan. Bhartsan means criticism, chastisement. But Pavitra is pure. Like one disciple of Prabhupada was putting stamps on an envelope using his saliva. He was putting the stamp on the saliva and putting it on the envelope. Prabhupada saw that and he said, "What is this? Muchi, dirty. Use water." And he got a small pot of water. And then he started using that water and putting the stamps. He started putting all the stamps. All the stamps were put. Only one stamp remained. Water was over. Now he thought, what will I do? Just to get water for one stamp. Who will get up, go to the other room? He saw right, he saw left, he saw front, he saw back. Nobody was there. And he thought, my old habit, Jindabad. He stuck his tongue out, put the last stamp on the tongue. The door opened, Prabhupada was standing there. And Prabhupada said, I told you not to do this. He said, how do I know you are going to manifest? So sometimes fault finding is important for improvement. But important thing is adhikar. If we do not have the adhikar and we are just finding fault for the sake of finding fault, to pull someone down, then ultimately Krishna will put us in a situation where we have to eat our own words in due course of time. Okay? Is your anonymous questioner satisfied? Let him answer anonymously. Yes. हाँ हाँ बोलिए बोलिए बोलिए.
I wanted to know, in one particular lifetime when you find Krishna consciousness, how is it decided by Lord Krishna? Because I feel like I found this devotion pretty late in life. I didn't care about it during my teenage years, early adulthood years, and I became more conscious of following Lord Krishna after I became a mother. So how does Lord Krishna decide that for person one, is it my past karma that will delay my finding in my next life if I'm born again, if I don't find moksha and I'm reborn? How do I decrease the delay of finding Lord Krishna in every life? Hare Krishna.
If one becomes millionaire at 21 or 51, does it make any difference? will you say that I have become millionaire at 51? I don't accept it. So whatever age you may be, you have found the treasure, keep it and enjoy. What is the problem? प्रेम धन विना व्यर्थ दरिद्र जीवन 10 कोरी वेतन मोरे देह प्रेम धन. This is prema dhan which you have received. So whatever age you receive doesn't make any difference. Once you have received, don't think about future life now. You have to close the account now. So focus and make the best use of the bad bargain. Hare Krishna. One more anonymous.
Why did the Kumaras get angry? Do devotees get angry?
Yeah, devotees always get angry.
And how to know if it is the right devotee association?
So, Kumaras became angry because Jay and Vijay did not allow them to enter into Vaikuntha. So they became angry. I have seen devotees become angry when they don't get second serving of gulab jamun. Seriously? No jokes. I know people who have stopped coming to temple. क्यों नहीं आए? गुलाब जामुन नहीं दिया. Till date. Because I have been in charge of kitchen for many years. So these are all real case studies. True examples, names withheld. So it's quite normal to feel frustrated. And Narottam Das Thakur says, Krodha bhakta dveshi jane. Anger can be dovetailed in protecting non-devotional, to be used against non-devotional principles. So one should not think that Krodha is bad, but you have to use Krodha for protecting Krishna and Krishna's devotees. And Narsingadev manifests as anger personified. So therefore Krodha is very important. In our Bhaktivedanta hospital, they had put Narsingadev photo in operation theatre, OT. So one patient was getting anesthesia. He was not a devotee. He looked at the picture of Narsingadev. He got bewildered. He saw like Narsingadev doing like this. He asked the doctor, "Kya hai ye? Ye kya hai?" Doctor looked at the photo and he thought, good opportunity to preach. He said, "इतिहास का पहला सर्जरी है." So the patient got even more bewildered. Said, "Doctor, सर्जरी का नतीजा क्या हुआ?" Doctor added, "Operation successful, patient मुक्त हो गया." So Narsingadev did not come to do any Bal Leela. He only came to destroy. He was anger personified. So therefore, anger has its utility, has to be used. But as I said, adhikar, authorization has to be there. Okay? So should we end here now? Yes.
Thanks so much for wonderful class. Prabhuji, I have a question. When sometimes dealing with the Vaishnavas, our intention is not to hurt them, but the circumstances come sometimes talking or something, we hurt some Vaishnavas, their feelings and all. And simultaneously when
Harmonium?
somebody chastises us or say something, our false ego also gets hurt. It is later we realize, but still it is
when we are very new in Krishna consciousness, our control over our emotions and senses is not very high. So we tend to react. But with practice and grace of the Lord, we develop more self-control. So you will respond rather than react. So therefore, when there is cough in the throat, you cannot artificially choke somebody's throat and tell him to stop coughing. Right? बहुत खास रहा है, पकड़ो गला इसका. Unless the... No, I'll sit down and chant. I will sit down and chant. इसको नीचे उतार लीजिए. So, only when the cough which is accumulated, it goes away. यहाँ रखिए, हरी बोल, इधर रखिए. Only then one is in a position to speak without coughing, because it's all there inside. So then kama, krodha, dvesha, when all of that is there, you cannot act, equipoised. When envy is there, anger is there, lust is there, greed is there, you cannot do drama. Whatever is there inside will come out. It cannot be stopped. So therefore, over a period of time, when one is purified, automatically you are able to control your emotions and your responses. So it's a gradual process and there are no shortcuts. So we are not into artificially trying to show that we are self-controlled or this or that. Just like you cannot artificially show that your cough is gone. When the cough is there, you will keep coughing no matter what. So like that, the process of bhakti helps us purify ourselves out of all of that anarthas within. So it's a long process. So we should not, just because we are in technology age and we are used to speed in our communication, speed in the way, technology addicts us to do things. The process of anartha nivritti will not move at the speed of 5G. The anartha nivritti will move at the same speed as Krishna decides it will move. So therefore you have to have patience. Utsahan nishchayat dhairyat. So we cannot be impatient and we cannot be unrealistic. We have to wait gradually, patiently. Over a period of time, things will purify. Okay? Jai. Thank you all very much. We'll have a few minutes of kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Namaste Narasimhaya Prabhu Gauranga Kashipurvakshaha Gauranga Kashipurvakshaha Shila Pankha Nakhalaye Shila Pankha Nakhalaye Uto Narsingham Parato Narsingham Uto Narsingham Parato Narsingham Vato Vame Tato Narsingham Vato Vame Tato Narsingham Bahu Narsingham Hridayo Narsingham Bahu Narsingham Hridayo Narsingham Bahu Narsingham Hridayo Narsingham Narasimham Nagem Sharanam Prapabhu Naro नरसिंहम् अदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरोनखम् अद्भुत शृङ्गार बलुतं हिरण्यकशिपु तनो बृन्दां केशवदृता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरो जय जगदीश हरो जय जगदीश हरो कमल बरो नखं अद्भुत शृङ्गार बलुकौरण्यकशिपु तनु भृङ्गां केशवद्रूप नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरो जय जगदीश हरो जय जगदीश हरो केशवद्रूप नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरो जय जगदीश हरो जय जगदीश हरो जय नरसिंह बो नरसिंह बो नरसिंह बो जय नरसिंह बो जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद मोक्ता गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल मोक्ता गौर हरि बोल लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की इस्कॉन ऑफ नॉर्थ अटलांटा की समस्त गौर भक्त वृंद की हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. So, if you all love this place, this particular 2 hours that we have with Gauranga Prabhu, please raise your arms high in the air and chant Hari Bol 3 times. It should Hari Bol, Hari Bol. That was not loud enough. The roof should shake. Indra should shower and once more, please, once more. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gauranga Prabhu, everyone loves you very much. And we are so grateful that you came and gave us this opportunity of your association. And we beg at your lotus feet, please save us every year by coming here. So there is another sequel to Gauranga Prabhu's program, which is tomorrow at iskcon of Greater Atlanta. And it's very close from this place, not very far. So if you can come here, I'm sure all of you can come there as well. So we will send the flyer is already there in the chat groups. If you have not, we'll send it again. But please come tomorrow. There'll be a last opportunity before Prabhuji leaves. So come tomorrow and get all the association you can get and the nectar that we can receive from Prabhuji. And we also arrange very nice prasadam for everyone. So prasadam is going to be served now. So please honor prasadam before you go. If you have already eaten and come, you can also take a little bit just to honor the prasadam. But thank you all so much for coming this evening. We express our gratitude to all. Hare Krishna.
Monday and Tuesday I thought. Not sure. Yes, also fortunate that I couldn't say that we were
Hare Krishna, others are doing